You just imagine God wrote you a letter, say, hey, please take advantage. Take advantage of me. Have you met some people who they need something, they know who can help them with that thing, and you say, have you spoken to that person? Say, no, I don't want to disturb them. I really don't want to disturb them. I don't want to bother them. You know, so they go on suffering, they go on, and people don't just only do it with men, they do it with God. You know, you are dealing with that situation, you are dealing with that circumstance, and you are doing all that you know to do. Then you ask the person, have you prayed? Have you sought the Lord on this? God has plenty. Especially this coronavirus time, he has many people. Do you see what's happening around the world? There are plenty of people talking to him right now. He has no time. Timothy says, and Paul said to Timothy, be strong. Take advantage of the grace of God. Take advantage of the grace of God. The children of Israel, when Goliath showed up, they forgot everything they read in the scriptures. They started having camp meetings, sitting around fire, discussing the dimensions of Goliath. Did you see his chest? It's 12 cubits wide. So let's check your chest. How many cubits is yours? Did you see his shield? He needs a human being to hold his shield. Your shield, they bring his shield, they bring it. They make fun, just like Nigerians. Nigerians are amazing people. Nigerians are amazing people. It's a coping mechanism. It's a coping mechanism. They make fun of everything. Everything. The issue is that it's a way of distracting yourself from the reality of the trouble. But brother, after watching the comedy will not solve the problem. Nowadays, people just take their phone when they have a problem. They just say, let's just distract ourselves more. They sit down and just take their phone and just peeping into other people's lives. Just peeping into other people's lives. Just like, comment. After everything, the bill has not been paid. The bill hasn't been paid. Your bank account hasn't changed. Nothing has changed. You felt good temporarily, but the problem is still there. You're only operating like the ostrich. You put your head inside the ground and you're saying, I cannot see the trouble, I cannot see the trouble, I cannot see the trouble. The trouble is coming. By the time you bring your head outside, the trouble is closer. It's closer. So there are those who do that with trouble. They start discussing the dimensions of the trouble. But look at a man called David, conscious of the covenant, conscious of the grace. When he came, he says, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? His definition of the problem was different. They saw a giant. David saw an uncircumcised Philistine. He saw an uncircumcised Philistine. He was standing strong in the covenant that Jehovah had with Israel. He says, who is this guy that is not connected? And he's saying that Goliath was uncircumcised. He was saying, I'm circumcised. Paul says, stand strong in the grace. In the grace, stand strong. Okay, look at First John 4, verse 17. What kind of grace is this? 1 John chapter 4, verse 17. It says, herein is our love made perfect. Herein is our love made perfect. That we might have boldness. Say boldness. That we might have boldness in the day of judgment. We might have boldness. Herein, in this revelation, is our love made perfect. Herein is our love perfected. Herein is our love perfected. That we might have boldness. Boldness. Boldness is key. If you want to walk in grace, you got to be bold. You got to be bold because your access to grace is boldness. The Bible says, come up bold. Come boldly to the throne of grace, that ye may obtain. Obtain. I am an obtainer. Hey! Nigerians, you understand that? Have you been obtained before? Did you go to university in the 90s? Obtain. The obtainer does not ask you. Just comes to you and say, can I have my phone? He says to you, it's your phone. But he just comes and says, can I have my phone? He takes it by force. God says, come to the throne of grace. Obtain. Collect by the force of faith. Collect by the force of faith. It was, 2020 didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. The year is blank for you. You've sat in the seat of scorners. You are walking in the way of sinners. This is the year of perfection. This is the year of perfection. I am aligned with God. I am walking in excellence. This is the year of perfection. This year, I'm heaping success upon success. I'm heaping success upon success. That's grace talking. That's grace talking.